Thank you, Chris. Tonight I'm reading from Bob Kaufman, poet. This work I'm reading tonight is called The Ancient Rain. So I'm going to rename it slightly, and we'll call it Improvisations on the Ancient Rain. It begins like this. Charlie Parker was a great electrician who went around wiring people. Bob Kaufman, poet. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. At the illusion world that has come into existence of the world that exists secretly, as meanwhile the humorous Nazis on television will not be as laughable, but be replaced by silent and blank TV screens. At this time, the dead nations of Europe, Asia shall cast up corpses from the graveyards they have become. But today, the ancient rain falls from the far sky. It will be white, like the rain that fell on the day that Abraham Lincoln died. It shall be red, like the rain that fell when George Washington abolished monarchy. It shall be blue, like the rain that fell when John Fitzgerald Kennedy died. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. They will see the bleached skeletons that they have become. By then it shall be too late for them. All the symbols shall return to the realm of the symbolic, and reality become the meaning again. In the meantime, masks of life continue to cover the landscape. Now on the landscape of the death earth, the Luftwaffe continues to fly into Volkswagens through the asphalt skies of death. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. It shall be black, like the rain that fell on the day that Martin Luther King died. It shall be the ancient rain that fell on the day that Franklin Delano Roosevelt died. It shall be the ancient rain that fell when Nathan Hale died. It shall be the brown rain that fell on the day Crispus Attucks died. It shall be the ancient rain that fell on July the 4th, 1776, when America became alive. In America, the ancient rain is beginning to fall again. The ancient rain falls from a distant, secret sky. It shall fall here on America, which alone remains alive on this earth of death. The ancient rain is supreme and is aware of all things that have ever happened. The ancient rain shall be brilliant yellow as it was on the day that Custer died. The ancient rain is the source of all things. The ancient rain knows all secrets. The ancient rain illuminates America. The ancient rain shall kill genocide. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain shall bring death to those who love and feel only themselves. The ancient rain is all colors, all forms, all shapes, all sizes. The ancient rain is a mystery known only to itself. The ancient rain filled the seas. The ancient rain killed all the dinosaurs and left one dinosaur skeleton to remind the world that the ancient rain is falling again. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain splits nations that have died in the ancient rain, so that they can see the culture of the living dead that they have become. The ancient rain is falling on America now. It shall kill D.W. Griffith and the Ku Klux Klan. Hollywood shall die in the ancient rain. The ancient rain shall cause the Continental Congress to be born again. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain is perfection. The ancient rain cured the plague without medicine. The ancient rain is vindictive. The ancient raindrops are volcanoes, and in one moment destroyed Pompeii and brought Caesar down, and now Caesar is fallen. This Roman Empire is fallen, is no more. The ancient rain falls silently and secretly. The ancient rain leaves mysteries that silently remain, and no man can solve. Easter Island is a lonely place. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain wets people with truth, and they expose themselves to the ancient rain. Egypt has a silent sphinx and pyramids made of death, chambers so that Egypt remembers the day the ancient rain drowned it forever. The mummies no longer speak, but they remember the fury of the ancient rain. Their tombs have been sawed in pieces and removed to the graveyard to make way for the pool of the ancient rain that has taken their place. The ancient rain saw Washington standing at Appomattox, and it fell on Lee as he laid down his sword. The ancient rain fell on the Confederacy, and it was no more. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain is falling again. The ancient rain is falling again. The ancient rain is falling on the waves of immigrants who fled their homelands to come to this home of ancient rain, to be free of tyranny and hunger and injustice, and who now refuse to go to school with Christmas addicts. The ancient rain knows they were starving in Europe. The ancient rain is falling. It is falling on the NATO meetings. It is falling in Red Square. It is falling in Beijing. It is falling in Tehran. It is falling in Baghdad. It is falling in Kabul. It is falling in Tel Aviv. It is falling in Port-au-Prince. It is falling in Kigali. It is falling in Seoul. It is falling in Pyongyang. Will there be war or peace? The ancient rain knows but does not say. I make speculations of my own, but I do not discuss them because the ancient rain is falling. The ancient rain is falling all over America now. The music of the ancient rain is heard everywhere. The music is purely American. It is the voice of the American Revolution. It shall play forever. The ancient rain is falling in Philadelphia. The bell is tolling, and it drowns out all other bells. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain does what it wants. It does not explain to anyone. The ancient rain fell on Hart Crane. He committed suicide in the Gulf of Mexico. Now the Washington Monument is bathed in the celestial lights of the ancient rain, and the ancient rain is falling in America. And all the nations that gather on the East River to try to prevent a star prophecy of 38 million deaths in World War III that cannot see the ancient rain but live in it, hoping it does not want war. They would be the victims. Asia Asia, the Orient, Europe, and South America. The ancient rain will cause them to speak the languages they brought with them. The ancient rain did not see them in America when Crispus Attucks was falling before the British guns on Boston Common. The ancient rain is falling again from the place where the ancient rain lives alone. The ancient rain thinks of Crockett and falls on the Santa Ana freeway, and it becomes a smog source. There came a time when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. The ancient rain wets my face, and I am freed from the hatreds that disguise themselves as racist bouquets. The ancient rain has moved me to another world where the people stand still and the streets move me to destination. I look down on the earth and see myself wandering in the ancient rain, ecstatic, aware that the death I feel around me is in the hands of the ancient rain, and those who plan death for me in dreams are known to the ancient rain, silent, humming raindrops of the ancient rain. There comes a time when we all change into giant Kansas blackbirds. The ancient rain is falling on the intellectuals of America. It illuminates Lorca. The mystery of America shines in the poet in New York. The Negroes have gone home with Lorca to the heaven of the lady whose train overflows heaven. The Negroes have gone home to the enclosed and skirted. With their little girl mother, black angels roam the streets of the earth. Make no mistake, they are angels. Each angel is Abraham Lincoln. The daughters of the Confederacy are having a luncheon at the Beverly Hills Hotel in the Savoy Room. They are not the daughters of the American Revolution. They are not the mothers of Crispus Attucks. They shall have baked Alaska for dessert. Their lunch is supervised by a Japanese steward. The French caterer has provided them with special gray napkins. Crispus Attucks is my son, my father, my brother. I am black. I see the death some cannot see because I am a poet spread-eagled on the bone of the world. A war is coming in many forms, and so let it be. Let the voice of the world winds speak. There comes a time when we all change into giant Kansas blackbirds. And I hear Lorca, and I hear the Lorca music in the endless solitude of crackling blueness. I can feel myself a little boy in crackling blueness, wanting to do what Lorca says in crackling blueness, to kiss out my frenzy on bicycle wheels and smash little squares in the flush of a soiled exultation. Federico, Garcia, Lorca, sky, immaculate, scoured sky, equaling only itself, contained all the distances that Lorca is. That he came from Spain of the Inquisition is no surprise. His poem of solitude, walking around Colombia, my first day in crackling blueness, I walked off my ship and rode the subway to Manhattan to visit Grant's tomb. And I thought because Lorca said he would let his hair grow long, someday crackling blueness would cause my hair to grow long. I decided to move deeper into crackling blueness. Franco's civil guard killed him. From that moment on, I moved even deeper into crackling blueness. I kept my secrets. I observed those who read him and were not black, and then listened to all their misinterpretations of him. I thought of those who had been around him, those that were not black and were not in crackling blueness, those that couldn't see his wooden south wind, a tilt in black slime that tacked down all the boat wrecks while Saturn delayed all the trains. I remember the day I went into crackling blueness, his indescribable voice saying, black man, for the mole and the water jet, stay out of the cleft. Seek out the great sun of the center. There came a day when I changed into a giant Kansas blackbird. Bob Kaufman, poet. Thank you.